Hello. Oh God, uh yeah, late, whatever. Uh oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh no. I really should have prepared even slightly for this. But I don't do that because I don't like um being prepared for things. I prefer I prefer it this way, really. I prefer to just not know what I'm doing and not just, element of surprise and all that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Monster Hunter. Play Monster Hunter. Let's just do it. I got a golden hammer. It's a real good hammer. I don't actually know. Actually, I should probably like explain literally anything. There's a new quest. There's a new monster. Rather, I should say. Well, there's also a new quest type, I guess. Also there are new limited bounties, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The weekly ones. Okay. We're most likely not gonna get these done today. Yeah, Hunt Fang Wyverns, that's basically most of the really easy ones. So, was it Great Jagras, Odogaron, Gyros, Dodogama, and Tobi Kadachi? I think that's it. I think it's just all of those. And then 4 Black Diablos, and then 9-star rank quests. 4 of those, which is just tempered quests, basically. Also deliveries, there are actually new deliveries, but that's not important right now. It will be. It is important right now, in fact. Basically, I just don't know what I'm talking about. Also, they added some, I forgot, they patched a bunch of stuff in. They added an option to increase text size, which I did. So like the subtitles are larger. I mean, just, yeah. The subtitles are readable now. I mean, I could read them before, but they're more readable now. Also, you can actually sort investigations now, which is nice. So I can just look at like, okay, what are all the capture ones I have? I don't want them. Actually, I only have 2, and one of them's a tempered quest. And the other one has really good rewards. So I'll leave those. Yeah, you can sort by these, I guess. I never... I mean, this isn't really anything I ever... Is there time? Special rewards? Which obviously all the tempered quests are gonna be first. Oh, so you can just... I didn't actually look at all of these, so you can just sort by like whichever ones have like the shittiest rewards. You can like, I don't want that. I can just get rid of all of like this one and then like everything below it. Target. Let's say Kieran, because I actually don't have any. Like all the Kieran quests I have are like awful. Before starting over, the best you could do was just going over to the not registered tab, and then that would automatically sort them by like star rank. So I put the 9-star quest at the top, and then yeah, I think you can still sort those also, but yeah. Okay, and there's so much to go over. There's the Kulve Taroth quest. I have to go to the Gathering Hub to do that. I do not believe you can do that at all from here, I'm pretty sure. Oop, not post. Wait, also, List special assignments? I don't remember that being available. Oh, no. Just, I guess that was there. I don't know. I didn't remember that. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of this screen. Yeah, Culve Terath quest is a gathering hub thing, so I have to go to the gathering hub to do that. I'm going for right now. I'm going to just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to take off this hammer, so I don't have to explain everything. Alright, I don't have any thunder weapons. I forgot. That's fine. Let's put that on. Okay. Okay. There are so many things. There's like actually a ton of things they added, and I forgot. But we're going to the gathering hub. Is what we're doing first. So. Actually, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Culve Terath or Culve Terath. Because I've heard multiple people say Culve Terath. But Culve just sounded natural to me. I don't know. You talk to this lady, and then go to the Culve Terath Siege. Which is at level 1. It seems like no one's doing it right now. And possibly no one has attempted it. There's the option to join, but someone has to. Except that look, the pursuit level has gone up, so I assume someone started it. There's also event quests. What is? One of them's just the two Great Jagras one again. The Mega Man one is still there. I believe there are 4. I don't remember what the third. Can you? I don't remember. She just has the regular quest, right? Right. Yeah. Events. Oh right, it's yeah, Zor Magdaros. I think you have like a higher chance of like rare materials, so yeah. It's just that so you can just do Zor Magdaros nonstop if you want, and get Zor Magdaros parts. I don't want to do that, so I won't. And then this one's for Diablos and Black Diablos. I think I remember hearing there's actually like you don't have any higher chance of rare materials. Like it's just regular stuff. I'm not sure. But anyway, those are not important. What's important is this. No one has started it. The thing is, you have to come to the you have to come here to do this. This quest. You have to come to the Gathering Hub. I seem to recall also there was stuff I didn't want. Like flash pods, because I'm not going to be using those. Otherwise, I don't care. Wait, do I have? Oops. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had the fireproof mantle, because you want that. You want the fireproof mantle. Anyway, I'm gonna just start this. This isn't my lobby, but I'm going to start it because you can't stop me. This is 16, quote unquote 16 players. It's not really. It's kind of kind of 16. Everyone, you have to come to the Gathering Hub for it to work, or for it to join it. It's still 4 players, but it's just like you can do like 4 separate instances. Elemental resistance is probably helpful. Also defense. Either one of these is good. This one's good because then I don't have to I don't. What is this? Big knockback, a transporting item. These are amounts, knockdown. These all like the same. I don't know. Bit of defense. I forgot what I was even just saying. Potentially no one could join. This is meant to have like 16 players do it though, but if you have you have 4 players and in like an instance, same as a regular quest fighting a monster, but oh god, I'm bad at explaining things. I'm trying to think of how to explain this and make it make sense. And you can have like you could have like 4 instances of 4 players, and then everyone like contributes to the overall like objective. I don't know if I can actually check it right now, or if it won't let me. It'll just automatically say, "Hey, do you want to cancel?" No, I don't want to leave, but yeah, I can't check it right now. But you can. I don't think you can. Yeah, no, there's nothing. I showed it before though. There was like a list of like a bunch of numbers, a bunch of objectives with like numbers next to them, and then like basically, everyone works towards all those different objectives, which is like breaking off parts and stuff like that. And the like ultimate goal is to break its horns because it's super valuable, and you don't want to kill it because that would be a bad idea. Because then you can't make money. Granted, I don't know what money is good for, and this, I don't know, whatever. Also, you get a bunch of rewards, when you beat it. Like, you can just get weapons, actually, which are like, they don't have randomized stats, but they don't always have the same stats, although I think it's dependent on, like, rarity. So, like, if you have, like, a rarity 8 weapon, then it's going to be better than its, like, equivalent. Because I think all of them are just gold-plated versions of, like, existing weapons. Like, a specific existing weapon. So it's, like, if you compare it to the... I think if it's rarity 8, then if you compare it to its, like, equivalent that already exists, it'll be better. And all of them are fully upgraded. So, like, they're at the end. It's only weapons that are at the end of the tree. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing we're fighting. And I'm gonna use all these things. See you around, buddy. Also, yeah, all the characters are here. There was more. There was like a cutscene. I'm not gonna bother the Farcaster. I'll take a stone. Cause there's stuff you can drop, like that archway. You can drop that on it. Oh, also, we don't actually know where it is right now because it doesn't give you that information. Like, basically, it will run away, most likely. You have to have, like, crazy DPS in order to actually get it on, like, the first go. But you're meant to do this, like, multiple times. Like, 2 or 3 times. Maybe more. But it gets progressively easier. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Yeah, this happens sometimes where you can't find it. Also, sometimes it's, like, outside of the world. So, it's like, that's why you can't find it, because it's not anywhere. There it is, okay. Oh, also there are cannons. The cannons are really hard to use, so I'm just not gonna bother. And it's weak to... I mean, I have... Oh, jeez. I've fought it a few times already. So I have a bunch of, like... I think that was something I could have dropped on it. Want that wedge beetle. You can mount it, also. It's weak to thunder, though. like right now, and then later on it'll like shed its armor, and it'll be weak to or the like all the gold plating or whatever. This is all like this is just a ton of I don't know what it is. Oh man, camera, what are you doing? Yeah, it'll shed all of this, and then it'll be weak to ice. Otherwise, you can just hit it in the arms here. Whoop. Any parts of its like skin that are like exposed are the that's where it's like that's its natural weak point. And alright, there's these Gajalakas. There's special Gajalakas in this area, and they're annoying. They're awful. But yeah, for the most part, it won't attack you. During this, like, first phase, at least. Also, these, you want to pick those up. Because they do good things for you. All the tracks and stuff. Oh, jeez. Even though you've already found it. Because it gives you extra rewards or something? I don't remember exactly, actually. Yeah, I froze it. That didn't... I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually do anything. I think that's just a cool visual effect. Yeah, there's these Gajalakas that carry gold. I don't think they actually do anything. Oh, jeez. Is this a... Yeah, okay. Wanted to drop that down. Someone else did it, though. Yeah, hit it in the head when this happens, though. Like, that's the thing you want. It's weak to thunder right now, though, so this, like, ice is not doing anything at all. And you can't kill it, so... But, I think you are trying to damage it. Like, I seem to recall the goal is to, like, lower its... Like, lower its health, at least, for, like, the first phase, or first, like, couple phases, because there's, like, 4 phases. Oh, that sharpness. And that camera. I'm stuck, so... I mean, I'm gonna be here. This is where I live now. This is my life now. Is in this corner. You can break this off. I don't remember if it actually reduces the, like, hitbox, but it's you know, something you can do. Is that's not something you can drop. I don't think piercing pods are actually any more helpful than crystal bursts. Maybe, but not really. Oh god, Gajalakas. Yeah, I figured that would happen. Just... Okay, get up here, because that's just... No, I want none of that. I'm not sure where she is. And there's also something you can mine somewhere. I don't remember where it is exactly. But yeah, I also don't remember what you get. I was wondering if maybe it just went to the next phase, but I don't think it did yet. Just want to get up there. Did it go to the next phase? Yeah, the footprints won't help you track it. Second area reached. Okay, well, it did go to the next phase. Never mind. I guess.
Proceed with caution.
Oh, I completely forgot to use those. Oh well, not a huge deal. Also that's, yeah. It's got loud roars. Earplugs are not a bad idea. Also, you can run off this thing, but I don't remember how to... The thing is, I don't... How do you do... There's an attack you can do, like a special attack you can do when you run off a wall, but I cannot for the life of me figure out how to do it. I need to look that up or something. I probably should have checked that before. I did it once by accident, and I didn't even know, I didn't know what I did. Apparently it's like really good, but there's so few opportunities to use it, just generally speaking, that it's not really something I ever bothered to like learn how to do. But I don't know. Okay, those active frames are ridiculous. Also, there's nothing to like drop on it here. Like there's no stalactites or whatever. Okay. Yeah, the hitboxes are a little... a little questionable, to say the least. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't like a questionable hitbox, that was just like, why does that attack go so far? I believe even if you die, you still get the rewards, and why was I stuck in that animation? And also, obviously, only one team beats it, generally speaking. Like, actually breaks the horns. I think multiple teams can, actually, but, only one team has to. There's some kind of, like, it's like a downward thrust that hits multiple times, but I don't know how to do it. Okay. Why? That stupid hitbox. It's so dumb. I don't think guarding is going to work either. I'm gonna just heal that. I don't have first aid meds anymore. But yeah, this quest does follow the same rules as like arena quests, in that it's balanced for multiplayer regardless of oh, okay. Regardless of how many players you have. Anyway, when it does this, when its armor goes all glowy like this, it's just its entire body's a weak point. So, oh my god. Why? We established last time this probably doesn't do much of anything. But whatever. Oh my god, why? Dude, why are all of you the worst? You know, leave a locale soon. You have to break off, I think, literally anything, or to not do that. Also, that's a thing. That's a thing I don't like. I cannot dodge any of its attacks for some reason. The only time I do dodge an attack is when I'm just not even anywhere near it. But yeah, got 3 feints. That attack is ridiculous. Fireproof Mantle doesn't even really help that much. Like, it helps you not catch on fire, but that's about all it does. You got 40 pursuit points. We basically did almost nothing, because we didn't, like, break anything. That's actually the worst I've ever done, this quest. I've never done one of these where we actually didn't break anything, I don't think. I say never, implying that I've been doing this for a while. This quest came out on Thursday, I think it was. No, it was like Wednesday night, actually. But yeah. We can do it again. I wonder if I want to try a different weapon. Just like, because ice isn't really that helpful, actually. I mean, I don't know how much the element really matters. I know it's like weak to dragon. Like it's with dragon, it's because it's like I think it's completely resistant to ice when it has its armor. And then when the armor's gone, then it's super weak to it. But and then thunder is the reverse, where it's completely resistant once the armor's gone, but super weak to it otherwise. And then water, it's kind of weak to all the time. And oh yes, sleep. That's the thing. You can totally put it to sleep. I mean, I do have, like... I have a sword and shield that inflicts poison. Actually, where is that? There it is. And then one for paralysis. The paralysis one would probably be better than the poison. I have an awakening charm. Why do I have an awakening charm? Because I don't want that. I mean, I know why I have it, but it's not helpful at all for this evasion. Okay, that explains why my evasion wasn't right. I think. Also, what am I wearing? Something else isn't right on this set. Hold on. Okay, I switched something off. I don't know what it was, but something on there wasn't the right thing. Anyway, let's go back to that. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah.
It's so good to see you.
Join. You can also begin and then just set up a separate room, which you'll have to do because if a room's full with 4 people, then you can't do that. Can't go in there. That seems pretty good. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's not gonna make a huge difference, I don't think, but you know, could be something. Could be nothing also. Actually, I was gonna say I've done everything, but no, I forgot. Need to do all of those. Okay. I don't know why it asks you to confirm departure like twice. Like, I think if you're doing a quest by yourself, it doesn't ask you to confirm that many times, so it doesn't seem like a certification thing. It's just like a weird... I don't know.
There it is, at last.
Actually, I guess it's just like the standby thing, is I don't know why it has a standby portion. Oh god, I put the flash pods back on. I don't want those. Those are completely worthless.
You can do this.
Okay, and since it's still only at level 1
Over here.
for pursuit progress, I don't have a target reticle for it. I don't actually know where it is. Otherwise, once you get the pursuit level up, then it'll... Oh, there it is. It'll start to just like it'll just appear on the map at the start. But that resets once you complete the siege, I believe. Also, if you leave the room that you're in, like the lobby. Okay, I don't remember it ever attacking. I need to move just a little bit further ahead before we can knock that down. Okay, perfect. I'd like to get up there. There we go. Okay. You can't break the horns off until like the very last phase. It's actually just not possible. But you can break off the like gold plating from the horns. Although apparently all of its stuff is like way like less breakable for the beginning. Like the first few times you fight it, and then once you start getting the pursuit level up, then it gets everything gets less health, basically. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where it went. I think it actually does go like out of the like basically out of world for a little bit. So I believe it is briefly just like untrackable. Kind of like Deviljho when he decides to run away and he jumps up into an area that's out of bounds. Like there's a path there, but you can't use it. Okay, there it is. I see it. Okay, you can drop that thing on it. I did it. I did it good. Maybe I did it bad, actually. Nope, I did it good. Great. But yeah, we are probably not breaking these horns. A paralysis. Paralysis is pretty good. Sleep doesn't last that long. Is like the biggest problem with it. So paralysis is probably better, because sleep you'll end up just like wasting. It's moving pretty fast now. It really doesn't want to have anything to do with us. Trying to see if there's anything you can drop on it. I don't think there is over here. Just get tons and tons of free hits. It probably makes the most sense to like focus on one part so you can actually break it. But I mean, it's not super easy to do that. Excuse me? The Copper Kalapa is those like little bugs around here. I think if you... I believe picking up tracks also increases the pursuit level, so... Like, pursuit level is basically just like the research level. But it's like temporary. Yep. Pick up tracks, fine. Yeah, fortunately none of them take long to pick up. I think there's also, in addition to the pursuit level, there's also the reward level. Which I think that goes up way higher. I think pursuit level maxes out at like 6 for reward level. I legit just don't even know where that maxes out. Great. I'd rather if you didn't do that. I'd rather that. Yeah, okay. The thing is, this is like, kind of like its Elder Dragon ability, but I don't think it really does anything to benefit it. Like, I don't know if it's like enraged. I don't know what this state is exactly, because it's kind of just... Oh jeez. It's kind of just like, like, it just gets weaker. That's it. It doesn't... It doesn't, like, gain any advantages of any kind, as far as I can tell. Maybe it does more damage, I don't know. It's not clear. I don't get hit enough to really be able to compare the difference in damage, and also it does like tons of damage anyway, so... Oh man, what is happening right now?
Keep yourself together.
Also, it's, yeah, when it does that slam move, its head comes down for a bit, and you can, like, hit it, but... Okay. I don't even want to be anywhere, like, near its face when it's doing this. So, I should do something about that, because I'm gonna die soon. Leave the locale soon. Yeah. If it escapes, it's not technically failure. You basically can't fail this. Like, how even when we fainted last time, we still... Like, you don't get any rewards. Any rewards you would have gotten, you don't get to keep those, but, Excuse me. Okay. Oh god, I have the Rocksteady mantle on for some reason. I thought I had the fireproof mantle. I forgot to switch it. Because I just switched to the other thing. Okay. And I just took damage from that. And that's like half damage or something like that, so yeah. Damage is just ridiculous. Oh god. I probably should have just like chosen some spot to focus on and then just focused on that. Like a spot to break. Even though it's like extra difficult right now. Like it's all its break values or whatever are ridiculously high. Whatever the term is, I don't know. Box steady manals worn off. Okay then. Of course. That always seems to happen. Where it, like, it'll move over on top of a health booster. I do not know why it does that, like, all the time, and it's oh, I hate it. I mean, I guess it's just because of how large it is. Also, I don't think this monster has any variance in size. I didn't think about that, but I don't remember ever seeing that part of the UI pop up whenever I did beat it. Didn't say anything about, like, oh, it's the size. I guess it makes sense since it's 16 people. You're technically all supposed to be fighting the same one. So, I think turned white. It's trying to leave. Yeah, it's gonna leave. It escaped. It's basically impossible with 2 people. This is probably going to take a very long time. You get golden nuggets. You need, like, I think 18 of those for, like, 1 piece of armor. They were still at reward level 1. Like, normally that would have bumped up to, like, usually after the first fight that'll bump up to, like, 4 or something like that. It'll usually be, like, around, like, 13 or something by the end. I don't know. For whatever reason, everyone in this lobby has no interest in doing the siege. I guess also on Thursday that was, like, the only thing to do. So, yeah. And I don't really want to take the login bonus because I'm pretty sure like, you can't use lucky vouchers on this quest, which is annoying, but also I'm pretty sure and I have 5, so, yeah. I'll post one. I can do it. Hopefully no one else posted one. There's so few people doing it. It wouldn't even be helpful. Right. You go away. I need to fill space in my inventory for some reason. I don't really need to. But... Oh, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, why? You may be wondering why I have perish rooms. I'm slightly wondering that myself. You'll see. No, you won't. You won't see, though. You won't see. Okay, and then I'll just stand by for departure. And then later on, I'll explain all of the actually, I kind of already explained the weapons. I'll explain like the actual rewards, because there's new armor or layered armor, which well, also there's the Palico armor, which I didn't explain. I didn't explain the fact that, yeah, Kaido's not wearing the same armor, but yeah, he has the is it the samurai armor set? I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. And there's the layered armor also you can get, which you have to get from the research center, weirdly enough. You have to deliver it. I was confused at first as to where you were supposed to get it, because you don't craft it. Also, you can skip this. I mean, you can. I've done it before. But I think apparently everyone has to skip it. I don't know how that works. Yeah, layered armor. For whatever reason, I kept hearing the term layered armor, but I was not clear on what layered armor was, and no one felt a need to explain it. I watched a video about the siege. Just they kept saying using the term layered armor. It's like I don't know what that means, and it's cosmetic armor. That's what it is. It's not actual armor. It's literally not armor. It's actually just like clothing. It goes over your armor. But for what? It's like I never heard the term layered armor before, so. I think it's specifically a Monster Hunter thing, so it makes sense that you wouldn't know what that would mean. But whatever. Is it right under the thing? It is. I don't have anything to throw. Yes, I do. Wait, yes, I do. No, I don't. Never mind, it's not under anything. What am I talking about? Can destroy those boulders. Never mind. We were right next to one though, just not where I thought we were. Apparently, it was like stuck in an animation, so we couldn't down it there. I'm guessing is what happened. You know what? I'm gonna go for the arms. Well, I'll try anyway. I'm trying to go for the arms. Oh my god, this thing. Okay, and I remember there being something, yeah, you can mine this. You get ore, but also golden fragments. I remember hearing... Oh, it's just fire soulstone, okay. Remember someone saying that apparently the stuff you get from this quest, like a lot of the treasure is not actually worth much. And you would think it would be, but it's apparently not. Here we go. Yeah, paralyzed. Let's go. I don't know if poison does much, because I don't know exactly... I think the phases are determined by just damage. I don't think they're determined by, like, parts broken or anything like that. Oh, I should have dropped that. I wasn't paying attention. I tried to dodge, it didn't come out. Are we playing Dragon Ball? Is that what's happening? Dragon Ball never left. I should also pick up this. This is Gajalaka stuff. So I can get paralysis knives. That was what the parashrooms were for. I know I said I'd go for the arms, but... Nope. No point now, because it's all gold now. I say no point now. No point in going for the weak spot when it's weak. No point. Why would you ever do that? Who would do such a thing? Kind of only villains do that. There we go. There we go. Also, obviously, the head's weak also during this section. Okay. Hey, we got the gold plating. We got that super early, actually. No point in going for the horns, I don't think, because you can't break them. But I don't know how... Like, I don't think the horns take damage until the last phase. That was the way it sounded to me. Like, you have to focus on the armor to even get to the last phase. Is it below something that can be dropped on it? I can't tell. Oh, that's not great. And I can't attack. I mean, it's near something that can be dropped on it, not quite below it. Or it might be below it, I can't tell, is the thing. But yeah, I don't think there's actually any point in it going for the horns right now. Based on what I know. Or what I think I know. Wait, okay, maybe there was something that was dropped there, or could be dropped there, that already got dropped. Maybe it was right below that, I don't know. Also, we're really gonna want to pick up the thing that dropped from the gold plating, because you can, that's a carve. It's like 2 carves, I think. Or is it 3? I don't remember. Either way, you really want it. It's real good to get. Right here. And should get the other arm. I'm not sure there's really much benefit to like attacking something that's already broken either. Like, I don't think that really does anything. The only thing is sometimes it's hard to tell because like the arm pieces just like completely break off. Like, it's just gone. But with some of them, they just, like, get damaged, and it's harder to see. Yeah, those rolls, those iframes, are out of control. How are we still here? How is it not moved on to another area yet? I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's still here. It normally would be gone. And I've never seen the gold plating get broken in the first area. Okay, it's gone. It's or not. It doesn't want to go. It wants to stay here forever. For some reason. I might as well pick that up while it's rolling. Just Fred Dursting it over here. Where am I? Where are you? I don't know. Oh, got the other chest piece gone. And get the other arm piece. Oh no. Insect Glaive deals with that like the best, like getting launched. We'll leave the locale soon. Really? I almost wonder if I should just like try to... Yeah, why is it not gone to the second area? That seems really weird. I wonder if it's like stuck for some reason? Like, I almost wonder if we bugged it somehow. Like, if we made it... We made it this way. I'm not entirely sure how many, like, breakable parts there are. I'm stuck inside of it. I'm here now. Okay, I'm out. No, I'm not. Nope, I'm stuck inside. I'm still stuck inside. This is my life now. Oh jeez, I really need to sharpen. Oh, that only went up to blue. Actually, I think this only goes up to blue. Never mind. I think? Maybe I'm wrong. I might be very wrong about that. Okay. Oh my god. Can you please? Why? That like wasn't even an attack, or it didn't look like one. Also, I don't know. Okay, that thing is still there. We can still carve that. Why is it still here? I don't understand why it hasn't moved. Like, I would because the thing is, normally what it would do is just leave, regardless of what you're trying to do. Like, it'll just leave on its own. It's like, I don't care that you're attacking me right now. I'm gonna go. That's what, okay, like it's doing now. There we go. Okay, that guy's just gonna... Why? Why do you just... Why? These are worse than actual Gajalakas because they're like way more aggressive for some reason. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, couldn't get the last carve on that because of stupid Gajalaka. I don't know what happened with that fight, why it stayed in the first area for so long. The reward level went up to 5. So there's that. I don't know. This mic is just not... I don't know. There's nothing wrong with the mic. It's the stand that just... I don't know. I could need a new mic stand or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's... Ugh. That's what that fight is supposed to look like. More or less. The funny thing is, the siege, they introduced this on the last day of the Spring Blossom event. And it's just like like it was like why not just like wait another day, or I don't like, because it's just like, why would I bother with the Spring Blossom event when the siege is happening? Like, there's this way more interesting thing I could also do. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go back because I didn't explain this. Yeah, count fight glide. Yes, time remaining short. Part breakability low because pursuit level is at 3. That was the thing I was talking about before, and I didn't actually show it. Yeah, also you can't go to this, this area. Like, otherwise, you can't, the the area that you fight Kolve Teroth in is not... You can't go on expeditions there or anything. Okay, now my mic is like super... What is up with this? What's going on? Talk to me. Mike. Implying it is someone named Mike. Okay, right. I need to grab the fireproof mantle. Forgot about that last time. Although the rocksteady mantle felt more helpful, although everyone just says get the fireproof mantle. Real good, get the fireproof mantle. It's like, do I want the fireproof mantle? Okay, I mean, I'm ready to go. Anyone else can just join in the middle. It's not, like, it doesn't matter if we go early. Strange golden tribe. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're just Gajalakas. Gold. I think if everyone attempts to skip this is what makes it skippable. But the thing is, it doesn't... Like, there's no UI to tell you that, like, someone has attempted to skip or anything like that. It's just... It just... I don't know. Get that pursuit level up. It sounds weird when you word it that way. Like from like a in-universe perspective.
You can do this.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
I'm ready.
That's not... I can drop. You can tell the parts that you can drop because they have like little like crystals on them. But yeah, this will basically be just as hard as it was last time. This is way faster if you have more people doing it. Like, it's doable with like less people. It's just way it's just slower. It's a lot slower. But like you can usually, like, you'll only need to do it like 3 times or something if you got the entire, maybe only like twice actually, if you got the entire lobby working on it. Come on, what's going on with that? That wasn't on its head or anything, but it did damage. Although the knockdown is what you really want. Go for that head. Excuse me? I got like caught on something on that jump. That was weird. I don't know exactly how susceptible it is to all the different statuses. Like, I don't know if there's like one that's like more what am I trying to say? More I don't know. Like potent than the others, or like what the deal is. I wanted to pick up that chip, but I don't think it was Oh, okay, it's out of world. We just have to wait. Like, I don't. Oh wait, no, is that out of world? No, never mind. It's actually part of the map. I think there are spots where it can like, it can go out of world though, and you can't get to it. I could be very wrong. In fact, I probably am. I tend to be. Actually, I don't know that I tend to be. I just like to think that I tend to be. Because that's my thing, is making fun of myself. Falling boulders. Hey, we did it. Unfortunately, we don't have like a great sword user for like real big damage. You have a hammer user though. What's that? Oh, I didn't even mention the HR. You have to be at HR, was it 16? I think. You need the HR you need is you need to beat in the game basically. Because I'm obviously well above 16. I don't have any. Like, I don't even know what 16 means just hearing it. It's like, oh, well, you need to be at least HR 12 for this. Like, what is that, like middle of low rank? No, it's not. It's like, I don't know where HR 12 is. It's like, I think you're fighting Elder Dragons by that point. Like, you're very close to it. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I don't remember. Because I'm HR, what, 89 or 88? Something like that? It's... I don't know. I don't know what HR means anymore. There we go. That's basically like a perfect drop. That's not what I wanted. I do not believe you can inflict KO on this monster. Hey, well, I got the Might Seed. I don't know if it's just like our damage is low, or what the deal is. It's probably going to the next area, I'm guessing. That's probably why it's moving so fast. Yeah, get rid of that Crystal Burst to pick up the Crystal Burst. That's what you need to do. Yep. I'm guessing it's like a max level roar. Did I mention that this is technically an Elder Dragon? I don't know if I mentioned that actually. I think I kinda did, but not really. I tried to dodge. It did not work. Well, am I stuck? I couldn't move. I could have dropped a health booster. Or I was going to. Wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't have dropped a health booster before that person died. Life powders are helpful though, but I never carry them. Because I usually don't need them. In theory, you don't need them. You only need them if someone messes up and starts dying. Oh my god, everyone's dead but me. There's like a shortcut like directly back down here, so it's not a huge deal. Like if you die in terms of losing time. But if you have 3 faints, then yeah, that's obviously just like a failure. Can you please get away from me? Well, no, she won't, because I'm the only one left. What I'd like to try is that wall attack, the wall run thing. Not, or well, yeah. It's not a wall run attack exactly, but you have to run up a wall to activate it. I don't know how. And whoa, camera. I don't think breaking the tail actually really decreases the hitbox size by a whole lot. Like, I think it does a little bit, but not significantly. I feel like the name Health Booster is misleading. It implies that it... I don't know what it implies that it does. I think it implies that like it increases your max health or something, but it's not. It's just a fountain that heals you. It should be called like a health fountain or something. Yep. Well, there goes the horns, gold plating. I actually didn't get any like credit for that because we already did it. So if it's already been done once. Generally, I think the game expects if you do break off the gold plating on the horns, then you're probably going to get it on that turn, on that that run. You're probably going to complete the quest on that run. That is. But that is definitely not the case here. Okay. I just rolled under that, it's fine. And I missed the gold plating. The biggest problem is just the fact that no one's doing this quest. I'm not gonna switch lobbies because it'd be a waste of time now. It would make this have been a waste of time. But it's annoying. I got pursuit points, but it looks like the level didn't go up at all. I think pursuit level only goes up if you... Yeah, you get rewards. I think maybe reward level goes up. Or something, but yeah. Pursuit level only goes up if you, if it at least escapes. If you die, then yeah. Because I heard people say there was no penalty for dying and you straight up couldn't fail, but I was pretty sure that was not true. You don't get the rewards. You don't get, like... Now easier to corner. Items can be delivered. It can be delivered. I think I want to try a different weapon. Like probably just a different weapon type entirely. I have this one, but the annoying thing is the hidden element. Right. I think I'd put something... I could just put on like a different set entirely, honestly. It'd probably be better for this. Which one is it? It's... This one has... Well, I can get free element. You know what? I'm mostly good with this, but I need to set decorations. What is it? Release jewel? Yeah. Can't equip this on the slot level. Never mind. Evade distance. Yeah, I don't care about that. Wait, is this a level? No, this is a level 2. Never mind. I thought this was a level 3 slot. Wait, it is a level 3 slot. Okay, where is that thing? It's the hammer. There it is, release jewel. Do I have evade window? I think it's evasion jewel? I think it's evasion jewel. 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 I think it's evasion j think I do. But that's level 2, and I don't have that. Once I take these off, I'll be losing, what is it? Can't remember the name of it. Divine Blessing. But that's less important. Is this level 1? It's a level 1 slot. For some reason I thought that was a level 2 slot. Don't know why I thought that. That's fine. This is all fine. Blaze Jewels at fire attack. Actually doesn't do anything. Never mind. I think it would, but it won't in this case, so. Free meal, maybe? Speed eating? Sure, let's put a couple of those on. Speed eating's always good. Okay.
Welcome.
I feel like everyone's given up on the siege. Maybe. I'll just do it myself. I won't do it myself, though. I have too much money. That's what it feels like. I mean, is there such a thing as too much money? Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps there is, but... yeah. I'm gonna just go and just hope someone joins. But yeah, your rewards are different depending on how much you actually like contributed to the siege. So there, I can skip it no problem now. Oh yeah, and he says it reminds him of that time. I don't know what that means. I don't know what time he's referring to. He says it every time, so I assume it's referencing something, but I can't imagine what. Because it's not like he's from a previous game or anything, so I don't know what the deal is with that.
You can do this. Over here.
I'm ready.
Let's go. That whiffed. Yeah, I thought it might. Thought that might happen. That didn't do much. Obviously, it's not weak to fire. I don't feel I need to specify that. I never even mentioned fire. Pretty sure it's like super resistant to fire, in fact. Oh my god. Actually, Gajalaka saved me somehow. I was like in iframes from being hit. There we go. Once again, wasn't you basically just like can't knock it over here. Seems like. Thought I picked up the crystal burst. I guess I didn't. Oh my god, this thing is too large. I feel like these lanes should be higher. Higher? Wider. Not higher. What? They should be higher. Make them taller. I tried to pick up a crystal burst. I could not find one. Over there. I can probably like fully charge this and probably wouldn't be an issue. Also, I should probably like super go for this instead of what I'm doing. So the fire that's doing no damage. Oh god. You can really easily get a true charge slash, but tends to not do a whole lot. Did I really need Divine Blessing activated on that attack? I feel like there's probably a much better great swords for this, especially if anything that has like thunder on it. Which I do have. Or, well, no, I don't have. I have a thunder hammer, not a thunder greatsword. I just meant like I do have a thunder weapon. Actually, I got it from this siege. The only thing is thunder weapons become like not good after the first part. Once the armor is gone. So. Oh great, and I'm stuck. Can't get around to the other side. That sucks. It looks like we broke something. What was that? I don't think attacking it more is going to do anything. I think the tail has like 4 separate sections that can be broken or something like that. I think like the edge is like its own separate thing, like the back like edge of the tail. The tail end, if you will. Okay. And he just teleports, or she just teleports somewhere. I'm not sure where. Over there, I guess. Just realized I never use these. Oh god, stupid. Ugh. Hate them so much. I hate enemies that are designed just to annoy you. Like, just in general. Like, it's like, I don't know. That's just one of my, like, gaming pet peeves. Just enemies that aren't really, like, a huge threat, but just annoy you. Well, even worse, also, is just enemies that are also a huge threat and annoy you. Findings are getting relayed to everyone else. Yeah, all one other person doing this quest. All one of them. I wanted to dodge through that. Just attack anything. I should just drop a health booster somewhere. Drop it right here. There we go. I broke something. That's a good thing this time. Oof. I probably shouldn't even be still attacking because he's yeah. Figured something like that would happen. Don't give her any breathing room? I don't think that's possible. It breathes fire. If it wants room, it's gonna get room. It'll make room. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. Well. Speed eating's real nice, though. That's not nice. That's not great. That's something I don't like. Jeez, can you please just... Yeah, I hit it super hard. And she's leaving. That's what that looks like, because the thing turned white. Actually, she might be going to the next area.
We're bound to pick up the trail somewhere.
Yeah, okay, never mind, we're moving to the next area. I thought we were... Oh right, actually, you know what, never mind. Now I think about it, it never actually said that, that she'd be, leaving the area soon. It'll say, like, Kolve Teroth's... Well, Kolve Teroth will leave the locale soon, so... It didn't say that, and you want to use a cool drink here, because this is a volcano. Use a cool drink in the volcano. There's also more stuff to drop here. If you'll just walk over here, that'd be nice. Okay, 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 yeah, that's not what I asked for. That's not what I wanted you to do. Come on. Fireproof Man of War off. It's not a huge deal. There we go. Now would be a good time to try to hit this thing. I mean, really, you could do like a full, like, true charge slash, like full damage. Oh, also the geyser. That's a thing. That damages it. And the other things that drop on it are over here, but like that's basically gonna be impossible, I think. Well, I mean, not really. You just have to lure it over, but you have to lure it over real far. Come over here. Thank you. Not like that. Though. Why do you roll every time? You always do this. I don't ask for it, but you do it anyway. And it's not like a good thing I didn't ask for. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't ask for this, but you know, thanks anyway. It's like, I just didn't ask for this. I didn't want this. Okay, and it slammed itself onto a lava geyser. Sure. do that, I guess. Did it like liquefy its armor again? I think it did. Oh man, get out of the lava. That will kill you. Well, that's what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. And that's just what happens, really. I probably shouldn't have taken those. Yet, anyway. Okay. Yeah, this shortcut I think will just lead to wherever you need to be, pretty much. Like at any given time. I don't remember if there are multiple shortcuts. I don't know how it works exactly. Yep, well, that's not great. I broke something though. That's alright. Oh right, it digs underground. I forgot it did that. I don't remember what the digging underground does. Oh, it actually just comes right back up. For some reason I thought it would do something else. I think that like re-ups its gold plating. Also, I'm by myself now. Okay, well. That was a just complete waste of time. Yeah, Fireproof Mantle, I don't know if it reduces damage from that. It does at least make it so you won't get burned. But it doesn't, like, I think your damage is about the same. The damage you take, you probably do take a little bit less, but it's, like, it can still just kill you super quickly. Actually, I think all of its armor might be back. I think that's what digging does. I think it brings all of its armor back. Oh, of course. Right, 4-leg gold plating broken. Okay. Okay, I wanted to guard, but you pull the sword back really slowly. Unless you, like, roll out of the animation. It's really weird, I feel like. It'd be hilarious if I'd completed this entirely by myself. And that's super not intended. Well, I guess you could say the same thing about, like, the arena quest. I'm sure someone's done it already. I'm sure people are trying to find ways to speedrun this solo. And it's leaving. Okay, yeah. That actually went better than last time. I'm not sure why the other person left in the middle of the quest. Pursuit level increased. I don't know how much, but it did. Level 4. Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
That's about all I could expect, really. And there's more time remaining, and part breakability is now high. That's actually not the highest. I think when it's maxed out, I believe it'll say longest and highest. Is what those will change to. Is this weapon a good idea? I don't know. I think I know what I want to do. I'm gonna take this Thunder Hammer because it's real good. I do not remember. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, this is. I couldn't remember if this was if you needed a free element for this, but you do. I'm gonna move the release jewel over here and then put something else on here. I don't think any. None of the level 3 ones are anything that interests me for this. Thunder attack. Oh, that actually does do something. Not that I necessarily want that. Evasion jewel. Do I have more evasion jewels? Oh, right, and you can change display. I forgot. It's so much better. I forgot you could do that. They just added that. That was why I forgot it was there. So it's like, okay, well, what skill do I want? I don't know. I don't know what I want. But then you can just... Oh, God. That's so much better. And I don't remember if there even is a weakness exploit. Well, maybe there is. Counter attack plus 30. I mean, that is 30. That's 30 damage. That's all fine, I think, for the most part. I don't think I had any more evasion jewels, I'm pretty sure. I believe that was all I had, so... Anyway, let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it 9 times. Literally do it 9 times. I could check to see if anyone posted one. No one posted one. I'm doing this by myself. You can't stop me. Just try. No, really try though. I'd like to see how you go about doing that. I don't need 10 of those. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not actually, like, hurting for slots. Like, I'm not having an issue where I have to, like, pick up a ton of stuff or anything. So it's like, just... I might as well just, take 10 of them. Like, that's why before I only had, whenever I would take demon drugs and armor skins, I'd always only carry 1. Because I just drink the 1 at the start and then I wouldn't need to drink anymore. Unless I died. In which case I just go to the camp and get more. Or go to the tent and get more.
At last. Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
reminds me of that time. Is that supposed to be like a reference to Sword of Magdaros or something stupid? I don't know. I have no idea what he's talking about.
You can do this. Over here.
Right, I think there are always crystal bursts right near, yeah, right underneath where you need to shoot them, because the crystals are falling down from the rocks that can fall down. Or something like that. Alright, let's load the cannon. Let's do it. I'm only gonna be able to get like 3 shots in at most, I think. Maybe more, but it's not moving. And I don't think I'm gonna need to move this cannon. It just keeps moving in the same direction. Come on. Come on. Come a little closer. There we go. Yeah, let's go. Also, the thing I didn't mention last time, I used the hammer, or well, not last time, anytime I've used the hammer, I have never mentioned it. The fact that you have the power charge. Mainly because I didn't know about it. That was why I never mentioned it. It just gives you like a damage boost. I don't know exactly how long it lasts or whatever. But it's, yeah. Paralysis knife. Let's go. Destroy the boulders. Oh, yeah, I should do that. Excuse me? Come on. What even just hit me? Was that just it walking? I think it was the Gajalakas, actually, yeah. Nothing else would even make sense, because it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't hit you by walking, the monster. I don't have speed eating anymore. Feels weird. Feels bad. I was actually trying to do the dive, but that didn't... It doesn't matter, I guess. Is that a part that you can drop? Yes it is, okay. I wasn't actually sure. I'm not gonna attempt to power charge first, because that's just probably gonna waste a bit of time. I like that it at least gives you enough time to do that entire combo, though. Unlike basically every other monster in the game. It's like, I don't even know what these Gajalakas, like, what purpose they serve. Like, they're just, like, they're not even... They just hit you. That's it. They just hit you just to annoy you. Just to make the game less fun. Like, were you having fun? Stop having fun. I need you to stop having fun. It doesn't make this harder. Yeah, I thought I saw a little bit of it. before. And I thought that because I did. So. That piercing pod, though. Can you please? I hate how long the, like, animation is for picking up, like, tracks. Like, footprints and stuff. It's like, oh, gotta sniff my fingers. That sounds weird, but, you know. Hey. Talk to Capcom about it. Can I drop that? Yes, I can. I was gonna power charge, but it actually just didn't work for some reason. I cannot, like, I'm barely breaking off anything.
You ready?
Okay. And I forgot to use the Might Seeds and stuff again. That's not the hugest deal.
Proceed with caution.
Okay, and then you're gonna roar, right? I tried to fire the piercing pod. I think I just missed entirely, I guess. Let's just grab onto a wedge beetle. You can't catch me. I'm the wedge beetle man. What? What was that expert dodge? That was amazing. Yeah, spinning attack thing. Even though you couldn't see it, it looked real cool in my heart.
Keep yourself together.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to do the spinny move. I couldn't though. Where are the paralysis knives? Okay. Well, that's 3 paralysis knives. They did not work. Okay then. Thing is, I need to be at like a high enough amount of health to be able to do this. Oh my god. There we go. Hey, I broke that. Did it all by myself. I'm not even... Ugh, okay, never mind. I'm going. I will. I wasn't going to like bother attempting to break anything else or whatever. because of the... Oh, I hate them so much. Why do they exist? Why are they here? I don't know. Those are the real boss. Are the Gajalakas. I'm gonna carve this thing while they're distracted with nothing. Kolveteroth is not distracted. Okay, you get 3 carves actually, not 2. In fact, I also was nowhere near it, but they didn't care. Game was like, you know what? Like 15 feet away, that's close enough. That's close enough, really. You were there to begin with. You were there from the start. Yep. For some reason I feel like I remember the hammer doing more damage before. Like last time I used it. I don't know why. Might have just been where I was hitting it, or whatever. It felt really powerful. Maybe I'm thinking of like when its armor got like removed or whatever. Or not removed, no, it'll leave the locale soon. When its armor gets like soft and it starts taking extra damage. Maybe that was what I was thinking of. I don't know. Can I... excuse me? Why'd the sliding stop? The point is I got the carves though. That's the important thing. I don't know if the power charge is any different depending on like how long you wait to charge it. I think I watched a hammer tutorial once, but I don't remember anything about it. Can you stop doing this, please? Yeah, that doesn't... There's like no way to get out of that. If you can... You have to like jump over it or block or something, but there's basically no way to get out of the way. Unless you're just not in a place that where you'll get hit. Yep. Oh, also some of your attacks change, I guess, when you use power charge. There we go. Now I should get, like, good damage. Like, real good damage. Uh-huh. Take real good damage, too. Retreat has been stopped. Great. That's a good thing. That means she's not leaving. Well, she is leaving just this area though, not the... She's not escaping. Why are you implying... Like, I don't know why how they imply that like you'll somehow lose track of her. Like, she's not going anywhere. Cool drinks. Let's use one of those, even though I don't quite need it. Right, and I think there are fire. Okay, never mind. I remember hearing there are like flame pods around here, and then like crystal. I don't know. Crystal burst somewhere else. Something else broke. Everything's breaking right now. There's so many things breaking. That's great. That's what I like to see. Hey, come over here. What are you doing? I don't know what digging into the ground. Doing that thing, I guess. Why? Go away. Go away. Go away. I don't want you here. There we go. And I already got the horns. At least the gold plating anyway. I don't need to worry about that too much right now. Just need to break everything else. I think I'm attacking something I've already broken, actually. Okay, it seems like the smart thing to do is actually to run away rather than to the side. Which is like the opposite of how that usually goes. Okay, that doesn't have that much range, actually. Can you just come over here, though? And that missed. Because of course it did. Right, just come a little bit closer. That damage is ridiculous. There we go. Fireproof mantl's worn off. That's not great. It's not the sort of thing I like to hear when things like this are happening. When I'm being set on fire. Hey, you're being set on fire and your thing that makes you not get set on fire doesn't work. So have fun. Have fun with that. Oh jeez. Okay. Ho ho, hey, there we go. It's been released. That means we're in the last phase. Now I gotta go for the horns. Also, yeah, that's what it looks like underneath. And I need to do this. Fourth area reached. I did all these objectives myself. You're welcome, no one. Why? Why do you do this? Why are you still attacking me? What purpose does this serve? I don't know. I don't understand. Also, it's not weak to, it's super not weak to thunder anymore. It's like super resistant. So that's a thing. The thunder will not help now. Let's run up this and just, okay, or not, you know. It's like hyper aggressive now. It's basically enraged for the rest of the fight. And I think... oh jeez. I think like any attacks will like like doing damage basically will just make it like if you do enough damage, it'll just fall down. I believe. I think that's how it works. Because you can't just attack its head all the time. It's basically impossible. It's, for at least for a few weapons, there's basically no way to just force yourself to attack the head or whatever, or there's no way to reach it most of the time. Why? Ugh. And there's lava falling from the ceiling also, which is fun. And yes, that does damage you. But don't get hit by it. Probably not gonna be something you want out of life. I believe you can knock it out of that too, yeah. Which I just did. Okay. If I had an ice hammer, that'd be real good. Actually, I think I might... Don't I have an ice hammer? Do I? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm thinking giant horns chipped. Okay. That's something. Okay, yeah. It's getting wild. Wild and crazy. I hope I have time to do this. Okay, yeah. She's going for Kaido. That works. I don't have anything else to throw at her. So that's not great. Okay. Also haven't gotten a mount. Although this thing seems to, it seems like you have to deal a lot of mounting damage before you can do that. So like it's not easy to mount Culveterra. I think I've done it like once. Obviously, you saw other people mounted in the last fights, but it's not easy. Okay. I think this would just be good to have in general. Rocksteady Mantle might be better, honestly. Like I was told, I heard from like multiple sources, like, yeah, you should use a fireproof mantle, but it doesn't make you immune to fire. So, like to fire damage, it makes you immune to being like set on fire, like being burned. But that's it. Leave the locale soon. I'd like to break its horns before it can do that. That'd be nice. Okay, it does that sometimes also. Oh, jeez. Health booster could be helpful, could also be a problem, because I tend to stand in it and then I die. It incentivizes standing in one spot, sort of. At least to some extent. Come on. I can't, like I can't attack the horns. That's pretty good. I also don't know how much time I actually have left. I think I need to keep doing that until I mount it. Blow drink effects have worn off. That Doesn't matter at all. Oh, okay, I thought that was going to extend farther. God. Still no mount. Wait, what? Where are you running? What are you doing there? I assume these are all doing mounting damage. I don't really know exactly. Like, I don't know if you have to hit it, like, on its back, like, directly on top of it, or if I don't think you need to. I think it just, if you, I think it's dependent on the attack you use, not dependent on the location, like where you hit it. Of course. Okay, well, I ran out of time. I expected that to happen. Hey, I got a golden glintstone though, which is the gem equivalent, and that's the first one of those I've gotten. So we got that going for us. The pursuit level go up. Because that would be nice. Didn't go up though. Didn't go up. Oh. This is very difficult to do solo. It's not meant to be done this way. And I'm low on mega potions. How did that happen? I don't know. I can make a lot, though. Yeah. Should I make just like 500? Nah, I'll make 300. That'll be fine. That'll be fine, I think. Last us a little bit. I'm not gonna go for the paralysis knife strat again. That feels pointless. I could also just go to a different lobby. That'd probably be a bad idea. Probably be a real bad idea. It'd be a big waste of time. I mean, not really. Giant horn's completely broken. Tail broken. Tail left gold plating broken. Pursuit levels. Okay, so I need to get 2 things on the tail.
Hello.
And you like focus on the tail, I guess. And that'll help. Probably. Hopefully. Let's do elemental resistance. I feel like whatever skills you get aren't that helpful most of the time. And the health and stamina boosts are like pointless. Like you'll always get like the max stamina boost pretty much. I think that's just based on like the number of ingredients or something.
There it is. At last. Reminds me.
You know what? Fine, I'll take the Farcaster.
Now get out there.
I don't know that I'll use it, but I'll take it, I guess.
See you around, buddy.
I mean, I could use it when it gets to the last phase.
supplies. Over here.
I'm ready.
And yeah, it's just me. Or does it look bigger this time? Why does it look like giant? I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like it's extra large today. Like this is the same one, right? Isn't this the same one? But it seems like it's just way larger. It might be just me. I can't, like, actually, it, like, okay. There's no way it's just me. This thing looks like, actually, like it's literally, like, triple the size. Did something happen? Did I miss something? Is there a memo I didn't get? Oh, I probably should have dropped that. Nothing else to drop on it over here. Wait, what am I doing? Tail. Tail. It said left? Like left plating? Yeah, I did it. Fire Cell Stone and Golden Chunk. Okay, I'm guessing that's better than a Golden Fragment. Kind of like a Titanite Chunk? I don't know. Although they're not golden shards. And large golden shards. And dude, golden slabs. Wait, tail. Left side of the tail. The tail is like the... It said tail broken also, so I think also just like the back edge is what they mean when they say tail. And they don't specify a side. They just say tail broken. Or maybe that refers to... Although also it does say plating. It always specifies like gold plating. So maybe, I don't know. What's with the tail turning white? I thought that was like an ice thing at first, but I think that's just a thing it just does, no matter what weapon you're using. Okay, that's not the side that I want, though. Well, I missed the tail, but I hit the Gajulaka, so there's that. Not all is lost. Findings are being relayed to everyone else. Yes, you've said this before. I still don't believe you. Get away. Get away from me. Ugh, I can't get to the other side of the tail. Yep. There. Hit it. Normally I'd go for the horns here, but not today. I want this tail. Give me that tail. There we go. Left gold tail plating. I don't know if this is a separate thing. I assume it is? This, like, back part here. I like that it's not moving, so I can just hit this. I hope that's something I can actually break and I'm not just wasting my time. Excuse me? Something to drop on it here? Yes, there is. I just go for the horns again. Go for the plating. I'm not totally sure when it says tail broken what exactly it means. Like, because I would think it would specify plating. It doesn't say tail plating. Or gold plating or anything like that. It says tail. I'm wondering if that refers to after it's already, or after the armor's already gone. I don't think I really need fire cell stones. I don't think I've made much use of them. Ooh, needle berries, I don't need those. Super don't need those. Gold helm crabs, I don't remember what those do. You kick them and then they give you something. I don't remember what it is. Okay. And we're moving on to the second phase.
Proceed with caution.
Okay, bongo. Bongo boys, let's go. Yeah, there we go. That plating just... the horn plating just comes off immediately, it feels like. Like, it's really... like, I barely touch the horns. Why did that last attack just whiff? Okay, why? I don't know.
Keep yourself together.
I mean, apparently there's more I can do with the horns. I can, like, chip them, but I'm not too concerned about that. Why does it look like the tail's not broken anymore? Just me? Hey, I avoided the damage. I'm some kind of professional. Godlock material. Oh, it's actually a golden nugget this time. Expecting it to be another throwing knife. How did I avoid damage there? I don't know. The hitboxes are very strange on this thing. That seemed like the best place to be. I was probably correct. To assume such a thing. Leave locale soon. No, it won't. No, it will not. I will not allow it. I'm gonna break something. I don't know what, but something. Maybe it's not even gonna be something I want to break. Maybe it'll be my own bones. I'll break all of the bones in my body intentionally. Just to say I broke something. That'll show that skeleton. I never said I could allow a skeleton inside of my body. Just invaded its way in there. Hasn't softened its skin yet, which is annoying. I assume it's going to do it, like, really soon. Yep. Hey, I broke something. The retreat's been stopped. So is that. Okay. Gold plating. Or just gold. That's just like a mound of gold. That looks disgusting. I'm actually not totally sure what you can carve out of that. Like, I don't know if you can get, like, gems or whatever. Or not, was it glemstones? Yep, footprints. I should move on before it ends up just moving on without me. Yep, drop those boulders from the ceiling. I'm aware. I'm well aware of this. You remain wholly unhelpful. There we go. Yep, just whiff. Big whiffs. I'm gonna do this so that stupid Gajalaka can't attack me in the middle of it. There we go. Need to do something about that stamina situation. Just take a little stroll through the lava. Man, this is just like a place that's just not fun to be. There we go, that's broken. I don't know exactly what else there is to break. Like, I don't know what I haven't... I'm not totally clear on what I have and haven't broken. Because I thought I broke, like, both sides of the tail. But it seems that they like regenerated at some point, but I don't remember ever seeing them do that. Or ever specifically doing anything that made that happen. I don't know. Please, I just need to get over here, but your hitbox is so large that I just can't even.
Watch yourself.
Oh, okay. Good job, idiot. Good job. I thought it fell over at first. It didn't. Oh, okay. Well, that just missed completely. Should probably use the Might Seed. Or, well, both of them. I wish the Adamant Seed had a name that was easier to say than Adamant Seed. Something that was one syllable, maybe, like the Might Seed. Just call them both Might Seeds. I don't want to be there, for sure. Oh no. That's not good. Okay. That was something, I guess. Leave the locale soon. Yep, I'm aware. Can you stop for just a second? Okay. Okay, there we go. Breaking all the things now. Or a lot of the things. Are you still going to leave? You gonna just shake off your plating sometime soon? I'd like that. I'd like if you do that. Health booster wore off. Yep, you just stand there while that thing erupts. If it'll do that. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's clearly going to. It's trying. That thing's there we go. Didn't break anything. No. Or maybe it did? I'm not sure. And it's not weak anymore. I don't know exactly what they want me to break. Like, I don't think it's just damage. Although it could be. Oh boy. That looks like fun. Fortunately, fired cannot it doesn't go for your health, it goes for your red health first. Well, I think it will go for your health afterwards, but that's only if you have no red health. It's running away again. Why? This is not going to be possible. It feels like. This is much more interesting when other people are here to help. Pursuit level did increase. I don't know by how much, but it went up. The thing is, if someone else does it, oh jeez, Mike, why? God, this Mike's not having a good time, good week. It feels like it's just, ugh. Not sure why that's even doing that. Goes there. No, that's not. Oh, God. What's the real challenge? The Colvetera or the mic? Ugh. Ugh. I wonder if maybe the people in this lobby just aren't high enough HR to actually do the quest. That would be an issue. That might be the case, in fact. What is... I don't remember what the HR requirement is for this quest, actually. Longer and higher. Great, okay, 16. That's why no one's helping, because no one can. There's only, yeah, that's not great. There's only like 4 people in this lobby that can actually even attempt this. Pursuit level 6 and tail broken. I don't know how to break the tail. Time expire. It's. I feel like it's pretty much impossible for time to expire, because Kolve-Taroth will just escape before, like, long before that can happen. Like, the longest I've ever seen this take is like 30 minutes, and even then that's still like an escape at that point, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know how time expires during this. Do I have any other thunder weapons? Gold Thunder Defender. And then that Aloy bow. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. Probably. It's just me, or none of these helpful. You know what, I'm gonna go for Rocksteady instead of Fireproof this time. Fireproof just does not seem useful, actually. And then defense. Because fire... I don't know. I'll look at the description of the Fireproof manual. I don't know if it even increases fire defense, which would be really dumb. Reduces fire damage. Okay, it does. I mean, I don't... It's clearly not, like, by a significant amount, it seems like. So it's not that great at doing, like, the one thing it does. So it's not worth it. Maybe it's just because my fire defense is so low, but it's... No. It's not gonna bother.
There it is, at last. Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
I think I'm gonna save the max potion until I like need to heal. I can just use it then, and then it'll also max out my health, or increase my health.
You can do this. Over here.
Crystals.
I'm ready.
Okay, this time I'm gonna make mild progress, maybe, which I did last time also. Use your slinger to destroy that nothing. You can do it. I mean, it's there, but it's like it's not. It wasn't actually like above the monster, so it wasn't useful. Is that even right there, or did I just hit nothing? I think I just hit nothing, was what I just did. Right? Is there something you can drop there? No, it's a little bit farther ahead. Right there. Or right there. You know, somewhere. It's around. It exists, I promise. Okay. Fusiumore is the thing I tend to need for stuff. There was a material somewhere. It was around right there. Okay, and I forgot to do that. I think that was something I could have dropped. Never mind, no it wasn't. Every time I'm like, oh yeah, there's something I can drop there. No, there isn't. There's something right next to it. But not right where I, okay, it's going into the second area. I don't know why it's moving ahead so fast, but that's what it's doing for some reason. It'd be really nice if there was something to drop on it here, or some kind of environmental thing. But there's just nothing. Can you please? Yeah, I think the first section is just based on like damage, and then the second one's based on like parts broken, or like the set like getting to the last phase. Just based on breaking the parts, so. Or something. I'm not really giving her any breathing room, but it's not really making much of a difference. Let's slide and spin. Spin to win. Let's go. There we go. It seems like staying just directly underneath it is a good place to be, weirdly enough. At least in some cases. Yep. Fortunately, roars don't matter as usual. I feel like there's only like one or two monsters that actually do anything with their roars, that actually like follow up. And the rest of them, like, they'll try to attack you, but like the roar wears off before their attack animation starts, so there's only like a couple where that isn't the case. And they can actually just like combo the roar into something. Alright, well. Drop that health booster. Okay. You know, I'd like to, go over there. The tail says no. Is it escaping? No. I can never tell. I can never tell if it's escaping or just moving to the next area. It feels kind of arbitrary sometimes. Because I didn't feel like I hit any sort of damage threshold. It just, like, I don't know. Crystal bars right here. Hey, come over here. Over here. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Eventually. You did it. You did it. A little... No, not quite. No, you rolled. I didn't tell you to roll. Please get over here. Why does it always does this? It always does this. This is just... Yeah, well, I tried to go for the head. And I'm in the lava, and I probably shouldn't be in the lava. Probably. Whenever I step in the lava, I think, you know, I probably shouldn't be here. I think most people feel the same. I don't know, maybe it's a controversial opinion. It's like... This thing's... Can you just move just a little bit? Just a little bit over here. Not your tail, though. I don't want your tail. 'Cause I think you have to hit it in the head, or like, at least like the chest region to actually get it to fall over. Yeah, let's not step in there. I just like accidentally rolled through that roar. Oh, hey, you know what this looks like it's time for? It's time for a max potion. Let's do that. I just started attacking a spot that had already been broken. Oh god, can you please? Fine, I'll go for this. Okay, that was not what I expected. You just do this all the time. Oh, okay, we did it. I think. The armor, I don't want... Okay. I am going to Farcaster back and grab a different weapon. Where are you at? There we go. Okay, I don't need awakening, evasion, there we go. That should sort everything out, I think, I hope. I hope I don't have to do something else. No, what am I doing? Shortcut. Take the shortcut. Do it. That's what it's there for. So I think we're on the last phase now. We should be. And now that its armor's gone, it's weak to ice. So I should use ice. I don't have an ice hammer. So that's, yeah, that's not. It's not going to be happening. That is not the fastest of shortcuts. Okay. Okay. I'm on my way there. I'll be there eventually. Someday. There we go. I've done it. I'm back. I did it. How do you keep mounting it? I can't do it. Oh right, I think the plating comes off automatically from the horns when you what am I trying to say? When you get to the last phase, that's the thing. That's the thing I wanted to say. I did it. I can speak. I promise. I'm not just some sort of robotic voice. I know that's the popular belief. I tried to like stun it out of that. That wasn't working. Okay then. Okay. Yep, no, I thought he was gonna be down for longer, but no. Maybe this hunt would be over already if someone useful like Levi were here. I didn't want to say this, but I actually am Levi. Jeez, this thing just never. Just break the tail or something. That's. Is this what breaking the tail? Is it like those like spines on it? Is that what you break from it? Because I know you can't sever the tail. Besides the fact that break and sever are two different things. Leave the locale soon. Of course it will. I don't. Oh, jeez. Okay. Tried to go for first aid meds and they were not available. I almost just, like, died. I know there's another attack you can do from the wall, but I can't figure it out. Okay, I just went for the shield. Seemed like the smart thing. I'm trying to... Like, how do you even hit the horns? Because you can't go directly for them. At least with most weapons, anyway. Or at least a few weapons, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I did it that time. I don't know how I did it. Okay. Well, that's not good. Fortunately, we have 2 feints left. So, it's not the hugest deal. There's a way to do it. I just did it like a second ago, and now I don't know how I did it. I get the feeling once I look up what it is, it actually won't make any more sense. Okay, yep. Don't shield that attack. You're actually better off getting hit by it. Because this game is incredibly silly. Where is... Jeez, these items are in the worst of locations. And it escaped. This isn't made. This isn't made for this small of a group. Usually when it throws me into a lobby, it throws me into one with people around the same HR as me. But, yeah. Also, usually it doesn't matter. But it does now, since this is only, for whatever reason, it's relegated to only the people in the same lobby as you. Which is a terrible way of going about this sort of thing. It's like, oh, this requires 16 people. But the 16 people need to be in the lobby. And it's just like, why? Why would you do this? Who does this? What madman created this? Because I don't know. I don't know who did it. I'm not sure who to blame. I need to blame someone, because I can't blame myself. Oh, there's a limit of 100 guild cards? I was not aware of this.
Welcome, welcome.
I almost wonder if I should just stick with the hammer. Or what? I don't know. That's fine. Actually, I think all my skills are all messed up because I'm using like the wrong thing. Okay. Do I want this one instead? This one does blast damage. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just stand by. I get the feeling it will make very little difference no matter what I do. So... I expected we'd be able to fight like 2 of these, because they're literally the first, I think when I first joined a lobby that was doing this, we managed to beat it on like the first go. But yeah, that's... Well, because actually the lobby was already up to, like, pursuit level 6, so it... yeah.
Over here.
I'm ready.
I love how his name is just Excitable A-lister, yet they try to treat him like an actual character. I don't love that, actually. I think it's kind of silly. It's just... it's going. I assume the blast can actually proc. I would guess. Yep, there it goes. That was... there we... I did it. Did the blast damage. There we go. There's that. Don't think going for the horns will be very helpful. Maybe I was fed bad information, though. That is also a possibility. But I was told that hitting the horns after, like, the plating's off, but before you're in the last phase is basically pointless. Like, it doesn't do anything. And then when you get to the last phase, it's pretty much impossible to hit them. So that's fun. Maybe I should just go for mounts. I probably shouldn't, actually. Like, mounts seem like they're not very useful until the last phase. And then you end up just making mounts less likely, so it's like, yeah, probably not worth it. I don't know why that keeps turning white. Maybe that is supposed to be an ice thing. But I'm like... but like the game's bugged and it thinks I'm still using the Legiana sword and shield. Or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just some weird graphical effect that means nothing. Maybe it's just a bug. Nobody knows. Except Capcom. Even then, I don't think they know. Where is this thing? Oh right, and they fixed some other thing with the scout flies where they would like the camera would like jerk backwards whenever you whenever the scout flies locked onto something that was like in the other, or not when they, I don't think it was even when it was in the other direction. It was when the scout flies were coming from the other direction. They fixed it so it won't do that anymore. But like the target is not in the other direction. I think I need to check. Where is it? Hunter's notes. Let's just check this right now. Let's do it. Weapon controls. Sword and shields. Useful combos. No. It does not tell me how to do that. Never mind. Okay, well. At least I couldn't see it there. These are the same things I just passed by, right? Yeah. I figured I wasn't going to be able to attack it while it was running away anyway, because it moves so fast. It's basically impossible. And then reel back to roar. Hey, I did that. You're welcome. You can keep going for those horns, it's not gonna do anything. At least I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm super wrong. Well, alright then. I'm not sure how useful that is. Perfect. And Gajalaka just coming in here to ruin everyone's day, including his own. How is it his also ruining his own? I don't know. He would do it though. He's trying. He's probably trying. He hates himself and everyone else. He wants everyone to hate him as much as he hates himself. Yeah, that's the one. That's what I want to go for. She's moving on.
Keep looking. Don't let up. We're bound to pick up the trail.
Hey, they're actually ignoring me. That's abnormal. A dissolved weapon. There's that. Something. It's worth something, isn't it? Yeah, do it. Stand on that lava geyser. That's where you belong. In the lava. You belong in a box floating down the river, Grandma. Okay. She got me that time. Yeah, no. I still don't know if this is a thing that can be broken. Okay, never mind, doesn't matter. We got through that real fast. Not even at level 6 yet. I'm gonna use this right now. Really, just might as well. I'm also gonna use these. I'm gonna use everything. Everything I have. Also, this burning ground does not do damage to you, weirdly enough. There we go. I figured out how to do it, sort of. Maybe. You just draw your weapon while you're running at the wall. That's silly. That means this is the run. That's what that means. You know, whenever it is a thing that'll work, then it'll be the run. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. I just wanna do a thing. And I just miss every time. That's what happens. Oh no. That's not good. Someone with the insect glaive could probably mount way more easily than I can. Oh jeez, of course. Every time it just whiffs completely. Yeah, I can sort of hit the head now. Get out of this region. And over there. Okay, well, you know. That's pretty good. Yeah, that attack seems like there's not really a whole lot of, not really much of a tell. Like, it just sort of happens. And it's just like, don't get hit by it, or hope you can take the hit. Maybe I should use this. Although maybe it won't help at all. Who knows? It didn't help at all. But I got a golden spiral horn. I don't know where that came from. Pursuit level is now at max. We should not... we should not have any more troubles. That's not true. That's not true at all. It's just not true at all. There's no truth to that statement. But I said it. It's too late. I can't take it back now. Okay, there's like... How much is there left as far as like objectives? Tail broken, giant horns completely broken, which is giant horns broken is the very last thing. That is the completion goal. Yeah.
It's so good to see you.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use a voucher. I have 38 vouchers. That'll Dung Master will not help. What is feline insurance again? This one also gives feline insurance, but also gives defense up. Oh yeah, and the liquor platter, which is like worthless. Oop. That seems like a better option. I got nothing else. This should hopefully be the last attempt. I wasn't expecting to spend the entire time doing nothing but this. But this is my life now. Because it gets progressively easier. Now that the pursuit level is maxed, it'll be easier. The thing is, usually the pursuit level gets maxed before what am I trying to say? Before this long. Usually doesn't take this long, since if you have 16 people, you basically got this, but like times 4. Like you can have like up to like 4 groups going at one. Well, actually, you can have more than 4 groups, since you could have groups that are smaller than 4, but it's best with like 4 groups of 4.
There it is, at last. Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
That takes too long. Takes just a little bit too long.
You can do this. Over here.
Oh, it's right here. Sure. Oh, there's nothing to climb here. Thought there was something to climb here. There is not. Okay, so now everything will break off even easier, even more easily, and we have more time. So like it takes way longer for it to try to escape. We do not take any less damage or anything like that, or do any more damage, so those are still concerns, but less concerning somehow. Wedge beetle, let's go. Let's go again. And again. And again. Just keep going. Let's go in the wrong direction, in fact. I was having too much fun. That was my first mistake, was attempting to have fun. Monster Hunter serious business. Wedge beetles are serious. They're serious creatures that demand respect. Uh-huh. Oh, and I guess we're done with that, then? What if we knocked it over again? What would happen? That might actually just be impossible. It might be like locked into its animations right now, and it's just gonna keep going until it's done. So that's what it seems like. Not sure what Kaido's doing exactly, but it'll probably be helpful. Or not. I think he gave up on it because I got too far away. You know what? Yeah, that's no, should probably just not engage with that. Yeah. Oh no, that could have looked cooler. Why do you just? Ugh. Okay. Feline insurance. Yeah. It was a great idea. You can't tell me otherwise. Yeah. I figured that must have been Divine Blessing, because there was no way that I was just taking that little damage from that attack.
Keep yourself together.
Hey, I mounted it. See, I told you. You can totally mount it. It's just, I wasn't lying. You cannot mount it very much, so I should probably make the most of this mount. Back to the head. It's taken quite a bit of hits. Quite a bit of stabs to the face. There we go. There we go. Do not believe that actually does any KO damage. Or, well, I mean, it does, but I don't think it actually has any chance of inflicting KO. Since it, you know. Okay, well, I hit the horns a bunch, and I didn't need to do that. I mean, I know the horns can't be broken until the last phase. Maybe you can still do damage to them. I'm not actually clear on the details of that. Okay, well, let's carve it from over here. That's fine. That's completely fine. Can you just... I don't care about the pods, just give me the gold. Wait, why can't I... What? Okay. Okay, okay. I'm gonna keep the piercing pod. I was gonna get rid of it, but probably keep it. Hey now. You're an all-star. But calm down. There we go. Oh right, yeah, don't go for the... I think I broke the chest. Or something. Need to break something more than what's already been broken. A lot has already been broken. I feel like this would have been broken already if it were breakable, but I don't think that part is. I think we've already gotten both parts of the chest. You get the other arm, and... Okay, there we go. Now it's all gone. We did it. Again. Main thing is we have more time. I'm not sure if part breakability applies to the horns, so I don't know if that means the horns also have like less health or what, but I would hope that's what that means. Can't get a paw free? Excuse me?
Good work, Vipers.
I didn't ask if you were free.
Almost done.
You think you're free? Yeah, that's what that's supposed to look like, by the way. When you do it real good. I was like failing it every time. Okay, I'm stuck on his foot. Her foot, I don't care. It's just like constantly dodging. And I like absolutely cannot hit it in the face. Might as well just hit it over here while it's doing that. I don't think flash pods work at all. Hence why I didn't. I tend to just leave them. I think I didn't this time because I just forgot. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay. Oof. Okay. It would have been nice if you didn't do that, so then I could get the shield bash. The footprints aren't really going to help anymore because pursuit level's maxed out, so... And yes, you can mount with that. Like it does, I think that does like a ton of mounting damage.
Oh dear.
Okay. Better that hit me than the fire breath. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this situation right here. I don't like what I'm seeing. What's happening. I don't like what I'm not seeing. Oof. Why did you... I don't know why she just got up all of a sudden. Come on. Almost. Almost hit it with the shield. I don't know if we almost got it. We might. Or we're not. It'll leave the locale soon. It'll almost leave the locale. There you go. There's your almost. I really wanted to get that shield attack. Rocksteady Mantl's worn off. I assume you could, in theory, break the horns with the piercing pod, but that's probably not likely. Actually, I should use these again. Hey, we knocked it over. We do it, maybe. You can get a lot of damage. Oh, come on. Oh, hey now. Not that. That is not... oh. Never mind. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what just... Yay, we did it. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure just doing a certain amount of damage to it will just knock it over. But hey, doesn't matter now. Kove Teroth is dead. It's super dead now. Look at how dead it is. It just went and ran into the volcano and died. Didn't you see it die? Off screen? Anyway. You gotta carve the horns. For some reason they give you 90 seconds. I think mainly just so I don't know, because it keeps counting down during that cutscene, and you cannot skip that cutscene, by the way. I'm not sure why, but you can't. Got melded weapons. I think those are actually kind of rare. Or I mean, like, I think like getting weapons as drops I think it's rarer than getting just the regular, like, materials. I don't think the footprints really do anything now. I think they just give research points, and that's it. Oh, well, you can get that. Yeah. Good job, team. By team, I mean me. I dedicated myself to this for like the last 3 hours. 4 hours, even. I deserve this. I deserve all of it. How much do I get for doing everything by myself? Not literally everything, but I mean... Reward level 16, Hunter rank 90, Ailment Master. I think because I inflicted Blast twice. Yeah, that takes maybe an hour under like ideal, like normal circumstance, like less than an hour actually, probably like around 30 minutes. No, that's not correct. It doesn't take that long though. Okay, and also now that we did it good. We didn't break the tail. I don't know how to break the tail. I wasn't sure exactly what that entailed. No, that was not an intentional pun. I'm upset with myself right now. Sublimated weapons, those are usually the good ones. Rarity, oh, some of them are rarity 4. Ooh. Ooh, that's not great. Rarity 8 is the stuff you want. That's the real good weapons. Bushi tickets. Oh god, I said after we did this I would go over what those are, and it took this long. Oh, I did get a rarity 8 weapon, actually. I feel like if it's not rarity 8, it kind of doesn't matter. But hey, I finally got a sword and shield. What is this? Cultivate Terra sword and shield that fully harnesses the hidden power of the materials used to create it. Does dragon damage, hidden dragon damage. Is this equivalent to like the Xeno'jiiva? I'm not sure what that one is. Teroth Slicer Numb. Great. Siege is complete. Got the rewards. Oh jeez. I'm gonna look at this thing and see what the deal is. What's going on with that? Dragon. That looks like the Xeno'jiiva sword and shield. Where is it? Right there, the Xenomabara. It does 270 dragon damage. I think it's hidden, isn't it? Or does it just do it? No, never mind, it's not hidden. I thought it was. Okay, well this one's hidden. It has low Elder Seal though, which is the same as that. And the sword itself just looks similar. Outside of the... doesn't have the like... Not feathers, I don't know what you'd call it. The wing... whatever. It might not be Xeno'jiiva Sword and Shield. It might be emulating something else, but it doesn't matter. Point is, we got it. That does way more dragon damage than regular damage, and you get a defense bonus of 20 and 1 3-star slot. That's pretty good, basically. Also, apparently these are not. I think I mentioned it, but yeah, they're not randomized. They're set. But there are a ton, like a ton of different weapons for each individual like weapon type. So, yeah, it seems like they're random. They're not. Received an invite to join a squad. Okay, sure. I'm dead. I've done it. Join the processing information. Not quite done yet. I got stuff to do. I got trade yard. And yeah, the weapons, the gold weapons you get from sieges are fully upgraded, so you can't upgrade them anymore, which makes sense because I don't. Upgrading them would be weird. That would be weird. I don't know. I feel like I said the same thing, the same like 2 things, like 5 times in a row. Am I having a stroke? Maybe. Yes, in fact, yes I am. But I still need to show the rewards. I didn't actually show the layered armor and all that. Okay. I mean, I already showed well, I've been showing the Palico equipment this entire time. Since Kaido's had equipped this whole time. But I didn't necessarily show it more closely. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, also, they added something. I completely forgot about this. You can create Deviljho gems now, which you couldn't do before. But it's there now, so. Oof. Oof. Did a 9-star quest? Wait, what? Is that considered a 9-star quest? The siege? Well, hey, we did that. Yeah. Need 3 Bushi tickets for all of these Sabi ones and all the Homare ones. Basically, there's 2 layered armor sets, Sabi and Homare, and then, yeah. You need 3 for each individual piece. And I think I just got 2 from that, from doing that quest. Like I said, it's not supposed to take that long. It's supposed to be way faster. And if you join a lobby, like, in the middle of, like, them doing a bunch of sieges, then, like, you could just basically have it done immediately within, like, 15 minutes of joining a lobby or whatever, so. I'm gonna just, because I plan on getting all of these. I'll try to get all of them. Yeah. I've gotten, like, so far, like, 3 pieces of one of the layered armor sets. You actually have to do that, check those from your room. So I'm probably not gonna be able to do that quite yet. I mean, I could go to the room, but I'll show that, like, next week or something. Or the week after. Oh, actually, I do have, like, definitive dates on stuff. Wait, I think I already said, Dante was next week, no, Friday, it's this Friday. So that'll be, I'll just go over all that. That'll be next Monday, we'll be doing the Dante quests. Yeah, here's the set. I don't know why I just did preview. Oh, and the Colve Tarot set, also, I completely forgot about this. Which actually I already made, so. And you can change the augment the color. Pigment is what I meant, not augment. So whatever you want. You just gotta make your Palico's got a big beard. You can just make it super furry, I guess. That doesn't look right. These don't look natural. That looks kind of cool. Anyway, I'm not super big on that set. I don't think there was anything else added. There's nothing in low rank or anything. Yeah. Yeah, this you needed Bushi tickets for. I've already made it. I made that first before I even did the layered armor set, so. Right. Anyway, yeah, Dante next week. Sakura is actually May 4th, right? That was the date I was told was May 4th. Which is next Friday, but we'll be covering that 2 weeks from now. So, yeah. Monster Hunter will go for the foreseeable future, which is 2 weeks. Oh, I never actually said my final thoughts on that whole thing. Monster Hunter will not end, but it's probably, if they don't, I don't know if there's not going to be anything 3 weeks from today, or any like events going on at that point. So I might not do It might not. The point is, it's not going to be regular anymore. It'll only be like as long as there is some new thing to show. But if there's something new every week, then it'll just keep going every week. So, but yeah, that's about all there is to that. I'm not necessarily bored with Monster Hunter yet, so even after 200 hours. Oh, right, weapons. The gold weapons that you have, you can sell them. The ones you don't want, you can just sell them. Like they're not essential. Weapons tree? Yep, it throws them all. Like this one is probably just not good. What rarity? I think 4 is the lowest rarity you can have for gold weapons. Actually, that's probably incorrect. But yeah, this one's probably not very good. Yeah, this looks like a Tobi-Kadachi bow. I'm guessing this is probably worse than the, like, actual... At least the fully upgraded Tobi-Kadachi bow, it's probably worse than, but it's probably comparable or better than, like, one of the not quite fully upgraded ones, like, the ones, like, a step or two away. But yeah, we're not doing limited bounties today. I don't I'm not killing myself with that. How much stuff do I have to sell? A lot. It's a lot. Yeah, you need a lot of Bushi tickets to get everything for that, and I don't think there's anything else. Like, yeah. I'll try to probably do another Kove Terra thing next week if there's time, because I'll probably just want to. And that's Kove Terra. I don't know. I didn't say it's much better than like Zora Magdaros, or like it seems like what they were trying to go for with Zora Magdaros, maybe. Like, everyone agrees it's way more interesting than both that and, like, Xeno'jiiva. Like, it'd make a better final boss. I mean, I don't know. Also, it's a limited time thing. So, I don't know when it's coming back. Maybe, like... I have no idea. I don't know if it'll be annual, monthly, I don't know how long it's going, because this one's, like, 2 weeks, I believe. It goes until... May 7th or something like that. And yeah. Anyway, I'm dying. That wasn't... I expected to do the siege like once, and then we just look at the limited bounties and the event quests after that, but we're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. Nope. The only thing you missed is I'm not another Zora Magdaros hunt that isn't any different, and a Diablos and Black Diablos hunt, which I've done an investigation that was more than that. Already. Nothing of value was lost, except for my sanity and my time. So nothing of value. Anyway, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow and the rest of the week, as in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because Dragon Ball's done, will be Kingdom Hearts 1, presumably. Unless I somehow finish everything in the next 2 days, so basically in about 6 hours of gameplay, which I don't think will happen. Then that'll, yeah. If we manage to do that, then Chain of Memories will start on Friday. Otherwise, it'll start... Oh, actually, not Friday. Thursday, I mean. Also, what is it? Might. It's possible plans might change Thursday. It's a possibility. Maybe not. Probably not, in fact. But it's a possibility. Something might not be doing Kingdom Hearts Thursday, instead might do something else, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, the schedule is simpler than it's ever been, except for in December. It's not as simple as it's ever been. Basically, I'm a huge liar. As always. Thanks for watching, Vsauce. What? I don't know. What? Goodbye.